Okay, in this video, I'm going to go through another example of some of the kinds of programs that we're doing in chapter 2. Okay, so I think it's important if you're still not up to speed on things that, and this will be true for the rest of the class. The things we do in class are only a small portion of what you probably need to be doing in order to keep developing your skills. Okay, and at some points, I will actually give some homework problems as well. But for right now, once you get what we're doing, it's pretty straightforward, so you don't need to do any more work. But if you're still having trouble with it, you want to do some more. Okay, and there are a bunch at the end of the chapter, the programming exercises. This one here, I think, is problem number 22. I encourage you to go through as many of those as you feel you need to until it all makes sense and it's all easy and it comes naturally to you. Okay. If you have questions on any of those, let me know. I'll be happy to do a video solution to any of them that you want. Okay. So in this case, we've got this problem here. It's problem number 22. 1 metric ton is approximately 2,205 pounds. Write a program that prompts the user to input the amount of rice in pounds a bag can hold. The program outputs the number of bags needed to store 1 metric ton of rice. Okay. So as always, my first thing here is going to be to create the scaffolding for the program. Okay. So I'm going to start with declaring my variables. Okay, we'll think about what we need there. And then I'm going to have to ask user for bag capacity, basically. Okay, so in pounds. So how many pounds of rice does each bag we're going to use hold, or they're going to use? Okay. I then need to calculate number of bags needed. Okay, by taking that 2,205 pounds that we have and divide it up by how much each bag holds. Okay, so if each bag held 10 pounds, we would need what, 221 bags basically. Okay, and then finally output the results. Okay, and we can do a check here on a calculator. Let me go ahead and do that. So let's say, for example, and you can't see this, but I'll tell you what I'm doing on my phone calculator. I'm taking that 2,205 pounds that we need, and let's say that each bag will do 200 pounds. Okay, that gets me to 11.025. So I would need 12 bags. Okay, we have to worry about that rounding, not rounding. It's going to be moving up the next. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my test case in here, which is not a bad idea. Okay, so my test case, 200-pound capacity, require 12 bags. Okay, that way I can make sure I get my math correct. Sometimes you'll find that you divide things the wrong way around, or lots of things can go wrong. It happens to me all the time. So anyway, so let's think about the variables that we need here. Okay, so the big ones we're going to need something for the amount of rice in pounds that's held by a bag. Okay, and the rice part matters because things have different density. Okay, so this could be either an int or a double or a float, probably. Let's go ahead and do a double. See how that works out. We can always change that. Okay, so I'm just going to call this bag capacity or bag cap. You can call it a lot of things, but I think the bag capacity makes some sense. Okay. I'm then going to get a number of bags needed. Okay. So that's something else I have to worry about as a double. Okay. And as far as this pounds in a metric ton, couple of things that you can do there, and we'll just treat it as a number for right now without worrying too much about it. Okay. So the next section here we're going to ask the user for the bag capacity in pounds. Okay. So I'm going to see out how many pounds, not pounds, of rice will your bags hold. Okay. I'm going to cin then that bag capacity variable. Okay. And again, the two little arrows, this is the screen, this is the keyboard. That's one way to think of it. So we're taking this string and pushing it to the screen, but now we're taking the keyboard and saving it in the bag capacity. Okay. We're then going to calculate the number of bags needed. Okay, so the bags variable should be equal to this 2205. Going to go ahead and put a 0.0 in there to make it a double. Okay, I'm going to divide that by the bag capacity. Okay. And then finally for down here, I'm going to start with a simple message and just say you need, and I could just string all these together, bags, bags. And then end L for the new line. Okay, that's pretty basic. Hit Control X, Control C. The bottom and ask if you want to save in letters that are in a color that's hard to read. Okay, so now we're there. And now we see that we have, I've called this EX rice, I think. What do I call it? No, I don't know. Yeah, EX rice. There we go. Example rice. Okay. So now that I've done this, I can go ahead and compile it. G++. Okay. And if you're getting confused on the order of things, we want to compile our program. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the exrice.cpp there. Okay. And then I can go back and add what I want to call it. So I'm going to do the -o exrice.exe. Okay. Don't name those the same or it's going to cause you trouble. Okay. So I'm going to run that. Doesn't like something. Oh, it looks like I have left off. And again, the first error is all I care about. Okay. So it's saying it expected a semicolon before this guy. So that's exactly what I need to do. So I'm going to go back up there and on my using namespace standard, I should have used a template, but I didn't. I'm going to fix that. Control X, Control C again. Yes, again. Okay. And notice that I always have to, whenever I change the code, I have to compile it again. Compile it. Doesn't like something else. Something on line 12. Unexpected qualifier, unqualified ID. So let's take a look at that. What else have I done here? Coming off of Python, I probably left off something weird. Now that's strange. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. So I've started this, got that. That seems okay. There's my cout. That's good. Got that. We've got that. We've got the cout. That's a quote. The bags should be from there. Should be okay. I'm sure it is something really dumb. So include IOStream. Oh, you guys see it? You probably do. I forgot to say int main. Isn't that exciting? You get in a hurry, you forget everything. And that's the case, and I suggested this in class to a couple of people. If your program, it's just doing weird things, you can't see what it is, take it, put it into ChatGPT, cut and paste it, it should tell you. At least there's a good chance it'll tell you what the errors are. Because sometimes you get good error messages from C++, sometimes you don't. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so now I can do the ./exrice.exe. Okay, if I do 200, I should get back. Okay, so this is the correct answer, kind of. Okay, so this is what I said the answer was. But now I've got to make sure that it gives us a number here that is an actual a whole number, not a portion number. And I don't want to round it. Okay, so I want to make sure that I can figure out what we're doing on this one. Okay. So I don't think we have a round up function. So if I would make this Okay, I think what I would do, we don't know, I'm trying to think of a way to do this that we know how to do, and I'm not sure what that would be. I think if we change this to an integer, okay, and we can fix this. So this is going to lop off any fractional portion. So this is only going to give us 11, okay? So then I would have to add a +1, okay? Now, if it was something that divided it exactly, okay, so if there were no fractional portion at all, then we would not want to add the 1. But I can't tell it that without introducing an if statement, which we don't have if yet. So we'll do it this way, okay? So let's see if I've caused any other problems by fixing these. So Control X, Control C, say yes to save, go back up to the compile, go back up to the run, enter 200. Okay, that's going to give me 12 bags. That part is correct. And again, that will not work if it divides exactly. You'll have 1 extra bag, but not the end of the world. But I do see that my output is not good. Okay, so let me go back and fix that. Easy enough to go down to here. Put that in there. Okay. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to run it. I'm going to, or compile it. I'm going to run it. Say 200. You could try some other cases. You will need 12 bags. Yep, that's fine. Okay. Things for improvement. You can make this error this output message, you need 12 of your bags to hold a metric ton of rice. You can do something like that if you want. Okay. And the other thing that you could do, we've talked about named constants. Okay, so we get up here, we could say constant, int, pounds in metric ton is equal to 2205. Okay. So then instead of just having this random number here, I could have this horribly long pounds in metric ton variable there. Should work the exact same way. Okay. Go there, over 200. Yep, that seems okay. Okay. The other thing that I would do, because of the way we're doing this, and there may be a more clever way I'm just not thinking of. There's an issue here. If this, or if the following divides evenly, we'll end up with 1 extra bag. Okay, just so you know, if I'm grading it, I know that there's some cases where this is not going to work. Okay. Other than that, I would put in here, and you don't need all this in the top unless you want, but I would put name and date and program name and all that stuff. Okay. And let's go ahead and let's make this what a 10 would look like. So I would probably want, and you can hit an enter here if you want your line to be a little bigger. Remember in C plus, unlike in Python, the line isn't over till it hits a semicolon. Okay. So you want that many bags to hold a metric rice. Okay. That's a little more full of an answer. Okay. So that's what I would call a perfect score. Compile it. And of course, it doesn't like something there. I thought I could do that. I wonder why it didn't like me breaking that in up. Oh, because I did it twice. That should be okay. Can't do it twice. Now it's okay. Now I run it. Now I do my 200. Other things should work. You can do other examples as well. You need 12 bags to hold a metric ton of rice. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so again, add your name. This is a 10. Okay, so again, go through some more of those problems, any of them that you want. any that you're having a question about, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. Okay.